Hello everyone, my name is Haku. I am a Buddhist monk from Japan. Today, I want to share with you some lessons from the Kamakura Era, a pivotal time in Japanese Buddhism. If this video resonates with you, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me share more insights like these. Buddhism has a long history in Japan, but the Kamakura period, which began in the late 12th century, was a transformative time. It was during this era that Buddhism became accessible to ordinary people, not just the elite or scholarly monks. This was an important shift, as it allowed the teachings to reach everyone, regardless of their social status. One of the key figures of this period was Honen, who introduced the Pure Land tradition to Japan. Honen taught a very simple, yet profound idea. By sincerely chanting the name of Amida Buddha, anyone could attain rebirth in the Pure Land. This teaching was revolutionary because it required no advanced study or special training. It was for everyone, farmers, merchants, even the illiterate. But why was this significant? Imagine living in those times. It was a period of great turmoil and uncertainty. Wars were common, and many people struggled just to survive. In such a world, Honen's message provided hope. It reminded people that no matter their hardships, salvation was possible. The simplicity and accessibility are lessons we can still learn from today. In our modern lives, many of us feel overwhelmed. The world can seem chaotic, and it's easy to feel lost. Honen's teaching reminds us that spirituality doesn't need to be complicated. Finding peace can start with something as simple as repeating a phrase, focusing on one thought, or taking one mindful breath. Another influential figure from the Kamakura period was Dogen, the founder of the Soto Zen tradition. Dogen emphasized the practice of zazen, or seated meditation. His teachings focused on mindfulness and living fully in the present moment. For Dogen, the act of sitting in meditation wasn't a means to an end. It was enlightenment itself. What can we learn from this today? Many of us are constantly rushing, trying to achieve goals or reach some distant ideal of happiness. But Dogen's message is clear. The present moment is enough. When we sit quietly, we begin to see the richness of life as it is, without the distractions of what we think it should be. I encourage you to reflect on this. When was the last time you simply sat without distractions and let yourself be present? For many of us, it's a rare experience, yet it is one of the most powerful ways to reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. Let me leave you with this thought for today. Simplicity is not a lack of depth. Both Honen and Dogen showed us that the most profound truths can often be the simplest. By simplifying our approach to life, we open ourselves to peace and clarity. Thank you for joining me again. In this part, I'd like to share more lessons from the Kamakura era, focusing on themes that are still relevant to our lives today. One of the key teachings from this time is the concept of impermanence, known in Japanese as Muko. This idea comes from early Buddhist teachings, but it was deeply emphasized during the Kamakura period. Life is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. While this might sound unsettling, it's actually a source of wisdom and strength. Think about nature. The seasons change from spring to summer, summer to autumn, and so on. Flowers bloom and then wither, only to bloom again. Our lives are much the same. We go through moments of joy and sorrow, success and failure. But all these moments are temporary. Understanding this can help us appreciate the present moment, while also letting go of unnecessary attachments to the past or future. In modern life, we often struggle with change. Perhaps it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a job, or even just the passing of time itself. But when we embrace the reality of impermanence, we begin to see these changes not as endings, but as transitions. They are part of the natural flow of life. The Kamakura period also brought an emphasis on personal effort and mindfulness. In Buddhism, there's the concept of the middle way, which teaches us to avoid extremes and find balance in life. This can be a guide for us today. For example, in our busy lives, many of us swing between working too hard and feeling completely burned out. The middle way teaches us to seek a sustainable path. This doesn't mean avoiding effort. It means making an effort with mindfulness and care, not out of stress or compulsion. It's about working with purpose and resting with intention. You can start small. Perhaps take a moment in your day to pause, breathe deeply, and notice where you are right now. This simple practice can help bring balance and clarity to your life. Another teaching that resonates deeply with me is the idea of compassion. In the Kamakura Era, there was a strong focus on the interconnectedness of all beings. This means that our actions, no matter how small, affect the world around us. When we act with kindness and empathy, we contribute to the well-being of not just ourselves, but everyone we come into contact with. In today's world, compassion is more important than ever. We live in a time when many people feel isolated or divided. But compassion reminds us that we are all connected. When we help others, we also help ourselves. Even a small act of kindness, like a smile or a kind word, can have a ripple effect far beyond what we can see. So how can we bring more compassion into our lives? Start with the people around you, family, friends, or even strangers. When we make compassion a habit, it changes not only our relationships, but also how we see the world. As we close today's session, I want to thank you for your time and attention. If you found value in what we discussed, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Your support allows me to continue sharing these teachings with you. And if you're interested in learning more, I invite you to explore the other videos on this channel. We dive into a range of topics, from meditation practices to insights from other Buddhist traditions. Each video offers practical wisdom that you can apply to your daily life. Thank you again for being here with me today. Until next time, may you find peace and balance in all that you do.